This is skill J3 on IXL, how to solve one-step equations. When we solve equations, you are trying to find the missing value of the variable. So that is what it means to solve. You have a missing piece and you're trying to figure out what that piece is. In order to solve an equation, you must do the order of operations, which is PEMDAS, backwards. So we start on the bottom and we're going to go to the top here. You can use the following acronym to remember PEMDAS or make your own. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, or you can make up whatever you want to do to remember that it is PEMDAS. So each letter stands for something. We have parentheses first, then exponents, then multiplying and dividing from left to right, and then addition and subtraction from left to right. And whenever we have an equation that we're solving, we do these steps backwards. So I'm going to start with subtraction, and I'm going to ask myself, do I have any subtraction in my problem? The answer is no for this one, so I'm going to mark out the S, and then I'm asking myself, do I have any addition? Well, I do have an addition of plus 2 right here, so I need to find the opposite of plus 2. This is called the inverse. Inverse means the opposite. So the opposite of plus 2 is minus 2. So on both sides of my equation, I'm going to subtract 2 from both sides. On the left side, this leaves me with C equals 20 minus 2 is 18. And you are done when the variable is all by itself. So since the variable is by itself, this is my answer, because C is all alone over here. Number 2, I'm going to start with subtraction. I don't have any subtraction in here on number 2, so I go to addition. There is no addition, but there is multiplication. No division, there is multiplication. So I have this M here is multiplied by 3. And the opposite of multiply by 3 is divide by 3. Remember, I'm doing that inverse operation. Inverse is the opposite. So the opposite of multiply by 3 is divide by 3 on both sides. Then we bring down the M is by itself equals 4.68 divided by 3, which equals 1.56. And since my variable is all alone, this is the final answer. Number 3, I'm going to start on the bottom. So we start with the S for subtraction. We do have a subtract 48, and the opposite of subtract 48 is add 48. So I'm going to add 48 to both sides. The 48s cancel out, and I get K equals negative 37 plus 48, and that is positive 11. So that is our final answer on number 3. Number 4, I do not have subtraction. Do not confuse this negative with subtraction. If you're subtracting, you have to subtract from something. Both of these numbers are just negative numbers. They are not subtracting. There is a difference. Subtracting, you're subtracting from something, but these negatives are only on the number. They're not attached to anything else. So there is no subtraction on number 4. There is no addition on number 4. There is division on number 4. So I need to do the opposite. We have a divide by -4. The opposite of divide by -4 is multiply by -4. So on both sides, I need to multiply by -4. I like to multiply by putting a little parenthesis with the number next to it, -4. So -4s cancel out, and on the right side, I'm going to bring down the z. And on the left side, I have -4 times -9, which is positive 36. So z equals positive 36. And that is how you solve equations with one step.